got a divorce. Honestly, it was my fault. I'm not even gonna hold you up. It was my fault, and I took accountability for it. And God whooped my ass. Karma whooped my ass for it for a couple years, and I ate it.
You want to share what? Do you want to share what you did?
I mean, I just, he was a good man.
And we're back with another Kendra G video. So this time it is divorced mom to 3 admits her husband was a good man, once a loyal man who's not out in the streets.
Oh, someone's here. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, baby, you been here before?
I didn't hear you.
Have you been here before?
I have not. This
Okay.
is my first.
What's your name, baby?
My name is Laura.
Laura, wipe your screen for me.
Is it better?
It's like I think it's a little foggy.
Hold on one second. Here I go. That's better.
Okay, that's better. All right, Laura, where you calling me from, baby?
Detroit.
Troy, how old are you?
I am 37.
37. What you do for a living?
I am a patient care tech at a hospital.
Patient care tech. Laura, Detroit, 37. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Taurus, you have any kids?
I do. I have 3 children.
Okay, I'll look.
Okay, so just from the title, I'm pretty sure it's just one father, and that's actually fairly strange for Kendra G. Usually if they have 3 kids, it's at least 2 dads, so I'll give her that. She's actually a little bit above the curve when it comes to standards, so unfortunately, but it's not Kendra's fault, it's just the people who come on the show.
Your 3 kids?
12, 11, and 7.
Okay. All by the same man?
Yeah.
Yep, I was right.
Have you ever been married?
I was married with my husband. Those are the children.
Okay, when did you get divorced?
We separated like 5 years ago, but the divorce was finalized 3 years ago.
Okay, got you. So we got Laura, Detroit, 37, Taurus, a patient care tech, mom to 3 kids by her ex-husband. I think I have it all. What kind of man you looking for?
I'm looking for somebody who is loyal. That's my biggest thing. Loyalty means everything to me. I feel like everything else can kind of fall in place once you have that loyalty factor.
Okay.
I don't like men that's like out in the street, because I don't hang out in the street. You know, I'm kind of boring. I go to work, I go home. That's really what I do. If I go out, I'm usually, with my partner. So
I mean, so you're a responsible adult, and again, that she stands out from the vast majority of women that come on this show. So I mean, if that's considered boring nowadays, I guess in my eyes, that's just sort of, a traditional household. Like most of our parents and grandparents had that sort of that dynamic, with the exception of some of our granddads who had multiple families, so they kept things interesting.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Deal breakers is having a lot of kids, a lot of different women. That's the
What's
biggest deal breaker
to you?
4, 5 kids, and you got 4 or 5 baby mamas. You were never in real relationships with them. You just kind of out there just laying seeds everywhere.
Okay.
I do not blame her for that, because there's quite a few guys that come on the show, and some of them may be older, but yeah, that is their story. But I think that is very, very reasonable. But I'll say this in the comments, I've sort of noticed when there are women who have multiple kids by multiple fathers, and the guys go, you know what, this is not appealing. You want a man making 6 figures and to be potentially baby daddy number 6. And you think that you're going to get that while they have to play stepdaddy to your firing squad of bastard children. It's probably not going to go your way. So it's actually good to see that there are women that have that same standard, which I don't blame them. That's less drama. That's less hassle.
Okay, fair enough. So could he have 4 kids by the same woman?
If there was Yeah, if there was history, he had, something with her, he was trying to build with her.
Yeah, it's a quality over quantity issue. The quantity of kids is not necessarily the issue; it's the circumstances. And I think if you were starting a family and then things go awry, right, with that person, then stuff happens. That's a very, to me at least, very different scenario by just having a bunch of kids by a bunch of different people.
It didn't work out, then yeah, sure.
Okay. What about look? Should he look a certain way?
Um, I do like tall people, but I'm only 5 foot, so tall is like you don't have to be like 6'5" for me. Tall is you can be 5'6", 5'7" and over.
Okay, fair enough. Shout
I
out to
do
the
like
5'6" men, 5'6" men, 5'7" men. You got one right here.
Only because I'm a midget. Look.
Again, very reasonable.
He is short. Did he make a certain amount of money?
As long as you have the basics, you have a roof over your head, you driving your car, you going to work. I don't really,
Okay.
I'm not really looking.
Yeah, she stands out because other women would have been like, you know what? He needs to be at least 6'1". He needs to make six figures, and so you know what? I'm liking this particular person because she is just hitting. These things that she's mentioning aren't unreasonable, and that's sad because the norm on this channel, I should not this channel on this show, are people who have outrageous standards for what they have to bring to the table. I've been informed that mentioning what someone brings to the table is not great or misogynistic or whatever fucking buzzword people use nowadays. I don't know. I don't care. But the attributes you have, right? That is something that people look at. That not every guy out there has what it takes to get an Instagram model. We all understand that there's a way to determine that metric. So when people play coy about it, when it gets discussed, I guess I just don't understand why all of a sudden people just lose their minds. But I don't know. Maybe it's just my perception of it.
For a sponsor, I'm looking for a partner. So I feel like if I can put what I have with what you have, that's automatically gonna double what we have anyway.
Okay, so I'm so glad she's hitting all the high marks. She made a distinction between having someone that she can build with, a provider, quote unquote, but she's not looking for a sponsor. There are so many women on here that come on this show that conflate provider with sponsor.
Okay. What up, Godfrey? We haven't seen Godfrey in a minute. Okay, so let's do the Kendra Cam. Let's see this 5 feet.
Woo! Okay, I got on the road, but let's see. You can see me.
Kendra Can time.
Okay.
Can you see my whole?
You're trying to see your full body.
You can't see my full body.
You can't see your legs.
All right, here we're gonna put it somewhere lower.
Oh, she's in the bathroom. Okay, that's why it sounds like that.
Bathroom, trying to do a Kendra jam. Okay.
Okay. All right. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, we got you, girl. You're knocking the plants off the wall with that ass.
Kendra,
don't do me like that, because you got some too.
It did, but I knocked the plants off the wall, child. You had the plants off. Turned around, the plants fell off the wall. Okay.
Look, that's why I don't post a lot of full body pictures on Facebook, because that's how they be, they be coming because they see butt. They be like, oh, so I'll be right here. Nope, let it be a surprise.
All right. When was your last relationship, honey?
My last relationship was it ended completely maybe like 3 months ago.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask, when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Within that relationship.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Oh, here's the moment of truth. Because so many people come on this show and struggle isn't even the word. It's they have to really sit down and do, I think, one of two things. They have to tell people something. You have to offer something to this, right? You just can't. It looks really bad if you don't say anything. But then you have to determine something about yourself. Try to be a little bit introspective and give something that's fixable, but not damning, right? Something that people are just going to completely write you off. So I think, at least for me, I listen for how fast somebody answers this question and kind of how they qualify it, right? Because someone can say, I am, I'm sort of stubborn, which is not the worst thing in the world. But if you're stubborn to the point that you're just completely obstinate, you won't listen to anybody. Obviously, that's very bad. So I'm very curious. What is she going to say?
3 flaws I have to work on. I'm gonna go off of what my ex said.
What he said?
He said, I need to work on listening because I like to talk and it's not intentional. I just be trying to get my point across and then I shut up, but I don't always listen like they want me to. So I definitely need to work on listening. It's like I hear you, but I tend to cut people off sometimes. So I'm working on that.
Okay. I like it.
The other thing would be being too closed off. I am kind of guarded sometimes. Like I don't treat people differently, but I do kind of guard my heart. I gotta see what's going on first before I move. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be secure ground I'm stepping on. So that's a big thing. Another thing
Smacks of
is
trust issues.
I can be spoiled sometimes. Like I can be whiny sometimes.
So these are all the things your ex told you.
I mean, they true, they valid, and I can't even argue with it. I recognize it, and it's not the first time somebody told me that.
Okay, so other people have told her. It sounds like if I could, let me just say that the 3 things that she mentioned are common in a lot of people who at least in my experience, online and in real life, they lack emotional maturity. Someone who is good at hearing but not listening, because hearing's passive. When you listen to someone, that's an active process, right? And she's recognized that, which is great. Hopefully she's seeking therapy to work on it. And sort of being guarded, that just, it comes from somebody probably just has trust issues, and that's fairly normal. That's not a big deal. And I'm trying to remember what was the 3rd one. She had just said it, and she said that she could be a bit spoiled and whiny. Again, it's a princess treatment kind of stuff. If you've grown up where you've just been coddled your entire life, you've just grown to have an entitled attitude, where you just expect things and stuff and people to, bend over backwards for you. And so, it gets old after a while, especially if you're an adult and you popped out 3 kids, right? It just, that kind of thing is for most folks. It's for younger people, but she has internalized it and even recognized that other people have recognized that about her. And hopefully that can then lead to her becoming a more mature person, because, I think that if she's taking it seriously, she will come out the other end a better person.
Listen, I love that you were able to answer your flaws, and and I wonder if that should be the caveat to the 3 flaws question. What did your last relationship, what did the last guy or girl tell you that you need to work on to become a better partner?
Yeah.
You gave me a new idea. Okay. Either way,
Very transparent. I'm honest now, because you can't look at somebody else and talk about somebody else without recognizing, things that you need to work on yourself. That's gotta be real with yourself.
Absolutely. Do you want to get married again?
I'm not completely sold on it, but I'm not completely closed on it.
I don't blame her.
If it's right, then sure, I'll be open to it.
Let me ask you this. Why did you get a divorce?
I got a divorce. Honestly, it was my fault. I'm not even gonna hold you up. It was my fault, and I took accountability for it. And God whooped my ass. Karma whooped my ass for it for a couple years, and I ate it.
Do you want to share what you did?
I mean, I just, he was a good man. Anybody who's ever met that man will tell you he's a good man. He come home, he go to work, he come home. He was good. There was things that I wanted, and I tried to communicate those things to him over and over again, almost a year. And I just felt like he wasn't trying to meet those expectations, and I left him.
So my question is, because he's sort of vague, the things that I wanted, is the things that I wanted for the family or things I wanted for myself? Because it kind of comes across as she wanted to keep up with the Joneses, and they may not have been in the, fiscal situation for it. Or he didn't feel like it was, was necessary. So, she just wanted to try and find somebody else that can provide it for her. That's kind of how it's coming across. But let me listen to it and see where she goes.
I say that I was wrong, not because of me leaving him, but the way that I left him was very hurtful to him. So I had to apologize through him hating me to get that back, because I had a life with him. I have kids with him. You know what I'm saying? I did them both. So I took accountability for that. But it was my fault.
I think we don't hear it often. So whenever.
Yeah, we really don't. I have to give her a hand on that. Having a woman to take accountability for her actions and realizing that she actually did have a good man and admit that takes a lot. And I think even though she has stated that, these are flaws that she needs to work on, I think it shows right there that she has begun to work on herself quite a bit, because it takes a lot to really admit, like publicly too, to people you don't even know, that you had a good man, you had a stable relationship, but you threw it away, and it threw it away in a bad manner. Because it sounds like he would have accepted, having an amicable split. Things change over time, but it sounds like she just kind of just took everything and ran, because she just said, screw it. And so I think now that she sees, I think someone said in the comment, the grass wasn't greener on the other side, that caused her to kind of reflect upon her actions. So, good on her for realizing that. But here's the other side of that. If there is a good man out there, another one that may want to take up this challenge, because she does have 3 kids, why would he put himself in this situation? If she's already tossed away one good man who was willing to work with her, and he's not out in the streets and he is loyal and yada, 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 why is that an ideal scenario? Because if you've done it once, what makes a guy think that you won't do it again? If somebody comes along and says that they can provide a better life, and you'll just leave that guy the same way. So because that fear is there, think about it. If you were with a cheater, do you want to, if that person knows that you're a cheater, does anybody else want to enter the fray and possibly be cheated on, even if you say you learned your lesson? Probably not.
Whenever we see someone willing to take accountability on both ends, men and women, it's refreshing. So, I think that's amazing that you are woman enough to admit that you did some things that ended your marriage, and you've learned better for it.
For sure.
Okay, fair enough. Laura, did I ask you, why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I am very loyal, sometimes to a fault. If we are together, there is no mountain that I won't move to make it work, to do things for the relationship, do things for you. I'm a kind of old fashioned. I'm a cook your meal, run your bath water, bring you your plate, type of woman. I'm very, very loyal, very present, very attentive. I'm honest as they come, sometimes too honest. I'm not a cheater. I don't believe in cheating. So
I want to ask you that, because that's the assumption that people are making when you said that your marriage ended because of your fault. People are assuming that you cheated.
Well,
so do you want to confirm?
No, cheating is not the only reason that relationships don't work.
No,
and that's not.
This is true. Hold on. This is true. But, and I guess you don't have to answer because it's kind of invasive. But the question is.
But she opened the door.
To be clear, I did not cheat.
Okay.
I didn't step out of my marriage. No, I did not.
Okay. Fair enough. Thank you for clearing that up. But now, continue what you were going to say.
What else?
Cheating's not the only reason a relationship ends?
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of reasons a relationship ends. I know people put a lot of, spotlight on cheating. And, cheating is a deal breaker for a lot of people. But that wasn't the reason. So, I'm not a.
Okay, so then that begs the question. So then what did happen?
Okay. Well, listen, everyone loves your transparency. Everyone loves your honesty, and everyone loves that you are a woman who's willing to take accountability. So let's get into it. Are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
I was actually downloading it right when you added me.
Okay, well, let's do this.
Okay, so yeah, this looks like it's the end. They're just going to talk about the app. So yeah, I actually hope that she does find somebody else. There are a lot of people who come on this show that I honestly don't think should ever receive a second chance ever, because they've made some terrible decisions. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times. And we'll get to those videos. So if anybody deserves a second chance, I think she does. So you know what? I hope she does well. I wish her well in her endeavors. So until next time, folks, I will see y'all around.